order. Flag salute. Shirley, please.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please silence your cell phones if you haven't done so already. Roll call.
Silent roll call has been taken and a quorum is present.
There are no minutes to approve. Petitions, communications, and citizens' requests. If you have something to discuss that's not on the budget, this would be a great time to do that. Reports. City Council President, just a reminder of the June 11th election for the school budget would be up to the Elks Club this year instead of the KC Hall. Standing committees, finance, public affairs, public administration, economic services, landfill, legislative, sewer, airport, and housing. Nothing. City councilors. City attorney.
Nothing.
City manager.
The only thing that I had in my notes from last week was on the Penobscot Nation fishing sustenance rights. I'll keep you posted on that. It looks like where the dam is over in Milford, north of there, is a different classification, so we're probably not going to be involved in that. It'll be everybody north of the dam, communities that are impacted by that, but I'll keep you updated as that moves forward. That's it.
Consent agenda, there is none. Public hearings. The Old Town City Council will conduct a public hearing on a proposed 2019-2020 municipal, county, and school budget. The proposed budget calls for the city expenditures of $10,935,814, Penobscot County taxes of $657,253, and RSU expenditures of $407,292, for a total city county RSU budget of $17,359, with a total city revenue of $6,943,975 for a net property tax requirement of $10,056,384. I would open that public hearing if anybody has any comments. Bill, would you like to start it, please?
Just to go through where we were from the last Finance Committee meeting. The wages are in at 3% for non-union employees. Health and dental, that was an 8% increase. Main State retirement employer rates increased. Unions went from 7.8% to 8.1%, and non-union 7.3 to 7.4. In the police department, we looked at the part-time employee in there. That was removed. So that was $7,684 out. And also on the administrative assistant, the hourly rate was a little bit less. So we took that $2,554 out on that. The only other thing we looked at, which came through from economic development, was replacement of the sign at the airport entrance. That's $27,000, but that would be financed out of the TIF district, so there'd be no impact to the budget if we wanted to do that. And moving down through what we proposed, and again, just hitting the major highlights here, looking at things that have a significant impact. Looking at the heavy equipment list that we discussed on May 15th, there's one patrol vehicle in there. You have firearms replacement in the PD and body cams. The fire department, you're looking at purchasing some hose in there, and I'll go down through these and give you the total at the bottom. They're looking at a new ventilation fan, 13 new nozzles. They have a David Clark radio install in the ladder truck, 3 sets of turnout gear, bailout belts. There's 2 ambulances in the budget. Public Works has a Holder sidewalk plow, a 10-wheeler, and a bucket loader. That totals $401,000. And then you have the equipment we've had on lease from the previous year for the pump truck, the tractor at Public Works, and oxygen tanks. So total heavy equipment request is $534,288. The IT facility list, you have 3 desktop computers for patrol. There's replacement of the security doors at PD and at City Hall. Fire looking at 1 smart board. And in the library, we have security cameras, panic buttons, with 6 computer replacements, and 1 camera security system at City Hall, and the IT is $60,605. When you get to the Public Works, paving and roads instruction this year, just to kind of read down through the paving scope real quick. Towns that are, streets that are on this list, you have Carroll Street, Center Street, 4th Street, Cedar Street, Stillwater Avenue, Sunset Drive, Jefferson, Sewell, Dirigo, Airport Road, Colonial, Stillwater Ave, seam repairs, and then we have Greensley Extension. Also part of that, $71,000 in there is on the Kirkland Road. We had some issues with flooding just out past Colonial Drive this year, ditching on both sides and culvert repair there and Colonial. And then Woodland Avenue, part of the engineering study we had done, there's an $85,000 rebuild in there. So the paving road construction this year request is $506,000. And when you look at that, how that all pans out, you have an estimated mill rate calculation form that I put in this.
Yep.
You got it in your packet. Yep. When you look down through the appropriation number on the city budget, school, county, and TIF, total appropriation for all at $17 million. You can see your estimated revenues on there, $6.9 million. So you'd have $10 million to raise in taxes for that. So the estimated mill rate now is $23.51, which is a 2.8% increase to the budget. One thing that came out over the weekend, the Appropriations Committee unanimously voted to increase municipal revenue sharing by 1%. It was in at 2%. Now they've voted to have it go in at 3%. That's just the Appropriations Committee, but that's a good sign because they've unanimously agreed to it. I've looked at those numbers and trying to back into this, and this is not an exact science because you've got every town in the state that's part of their spreadsheet. But looking at a worst case and best case scenario in municipal revenue sharing, the worst case scenario would increase our municipal revenue sharing by $231,000 if that happens. And then it could be as high as $248,000 over what we currently have in the budget. And I think that's a pretty likely scenario since it came out unanimously out of the Appropriations Committee. But that's pretty much the overview of where we stand from.
Good.
Any questions from councilors? Any questions for the audience, from the audience? Are we close the public hearing then? The Old Town City Council will consider scheduling a second reading and final approval of the FY 2019-2020 municipal, county, and school budgets. Council Mahan.
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby approves scheduling a second reading on June 17th, 2019 for final approval on the proposed FY 2019-2020 municipal, county, and school budget. The The proposed budget calls for city expenditures of $10,935,814, Penobscot County taxes of $657,253, and RSU number 34 expenditures of $5,407,292, for a total city, county, and RSU number 34 budget of $17,359, with total city revenue of $6,943,975, for a net property tax requirement of $10,056,384.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor? The Old Town City Council will conduct a public hearing on the proposed fiscal year 2019-2020 pollution control budget containing gross appropriations of $1,879,444, user fee revenue of $809,300, debt redemption of $559,600, and anticipated transfers from reserve accounts of $329,716 for net appropriation from fund balance of $180,828. I would open the public hearing for comment. Bill?
This is similar again. Employees, we have 3% for non-union. Health and dental, 8% again, increase on current rates. And non-union, Main State Retirement went from 7.3% to 7.4%. Revenues, as far as our rate study, this is the fourth year for the user fee increase that we talked about at 5%. That happened in 2013 and didn't get implemented until 2016. Just got a little bit behind on that. Major changes in the expense side of that. Pump station maintenances was increased to reflect our Great Works pump failure during this current fiscal year. We have a major laboratory test certification permit that's coming up this year. That increased. And we've got $100,000 in there for the 2021 Stillwater Bridge repair or new bridge that they're proposing. So we've been putting that in every year to move the main line off the bridge. So those are the major changes.
Any questions from the council? Any comments from the audience? I would close the public hearing then. The Old Town City Council will consider scheduling a second reading for final approval of the fiscal year 2019-2020 pollution control budget. Councilor Ketchen.
Resolved, the Old Town City Council hereby approves scheduling a second reading on June 17, 2019 on the proposed fiscal year 2019-2020 pollution control budget containing gross appropriations of $1,879,444, user fee revenue of $809,300, debt redemption of $559,600, and the anticipated transfers from reserve accounts of $329,716 with a net appropriation fund from fund balance of $180,828.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor? New business. The city council will consider going into executive session for the purpose of discussing labor union contracts for police and fire departments. Councilor May.
Resolve, the Old Town City Council hereby approves going into executive session pursuant to MRSA Title 405, Section 6D, for the purpose of discussing labor union contracts for police and fire departments.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor? 5 minutes. We'll start executive session.